Anyway, the thought of this morning, we need to ask ourselves, is there anywhere in Scripture that the nations will oppose the King Messiah and the idea of God, the God of Israel? And yes, there is. There's a notion out there that assumes or presumes that because the nations currently are serving a Jewish Messiah that was never realized, Jesus, that automatically this is indication that he is the Messiah because the nations of the world follows and believes Jesus as the Messiah. But just contrary, as we've seen that Jesus never was able to reach the realization of the required notion of the Messiah, even though Islam and Christianity agrees. Nevertheless, the Jewish position has always been that no, he did not. We Jews have rejected him as Messiah. We reject him until this day. So if there were to be established a king in Israel who happens to be of Davidic descent and is successful in everything he does, as the Rambam indicates, then he in fact is not only a potential Messiah, he is in reality the Messiah. So the passage I want to share with you all, so you understand how the dynamics will take place, is a passage in Psalms that says, "Why do the nations assemble, and people plot vain things?" That's Psalms chapter 2. "Kings of the earth take their stand, and regents intrigue themselves together against the Lord and against his anointed. Let us break the cords of their yoke and shake off their ropes from us. He who is enthroned in heaven will laugh. The Lord mock at them. Then he speaks to them in anger and terrifying them in rage. But I have installed my king on Zion, my holy mountain. And let me tell of the degree the Lord said to me, you are my son. I have fathered you this day. Ask of me, and I will make the nations your domain, your estate in the limits of the earth. You can smash them with an iron mace and shatter them with potter's ware. So now, O kings, be prudent and accept the discipline, you rulers of the world, or you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord in awe, terrible with fright. Pay homage in good faith, lest he be angered, and your way be doomed in mere flash of his anger. Happy are all who take refuge in him," referring to the Lord, our God. Keep in mind, the nations of the world will go against the Jewish appointed and assigned king over all Israel and the God of Israel. There is such a backlash as a result of this, and we read this even in the eschatology of the Christian and Jewish concepts. We will see that. But once they realize that our Messiah is the true one and theirs were basically the false one, just the reverse of what they're teaching today, then the world will come to a complete point of peace and understanding of the truth. This is Rabbi Moshe Otero giving you this inside story, or this inside flash, as it were, of what will happen in Jewish history.